हेलो फ्रेंड्स, ये है लेसन प्लान 2 साइंस, सब सब्जेक्ट फिजिकल साइंस, टॉपिक चेंजेस अराउंड अस, क्लास 8, ड्यूरेशन 40 minutes. General objectives: to develop scientific attitude in students, to develop interest towards science in students, to develop logical thinking and reasoning power of students, to enable students to apply science in daily life, to develop self-dependency and confidence in students. Specific objectives: first point, knowledge. Students will be able to recall changes around us. Students will be able to recognize changes around us. Second point, understanding. Students will be able to see relationship between changes around us. Students will be able to cite examples of changes around us. Students will be able to explain changes around us. Application: students will be able to establish hypotheses on changes around us. Students will be able to reason out the concept of changes around us. Material aid: chalk, duster, blackboard, pointer, etc. Previous knowledge: students have previous knowledge of change. Introductory questions: इसमें हम टेबल बना लेंगे. Question 1: What are necessary components required to live on earth? ये pupil teacher activity में आ गया, तो students activity में होगा. We need food, oxygen, water to live. Question 2: What are nutritive components present in food? Answer: proteins, fats, vitamins, etc. are present in food. Question 3: What are sources of proteins? Answer: milk, egg, fish, etc. are sources of proteins. Question 4: What will happen if we add a drop of lemon in milk? Answer: it will convert into curd. Question 5: Conversion of milk into curd. What is it called, or what do we call, for what term is used to define conversion of milk into curd? आंसर में लिख देंगे probable answer. Statement of aim: today we will study about changes around us. नेक्स्ट पेज पे हमें ये टेबल बना लेनी है. हेडिंग्स देख लीजिए. सीरियल नंबर, टीचिंग पॉइंट, एक्सपेक्टेड बिहेवियरल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, pupil teacher activity, students activity, teaching method, technique, aid, and evaluation. First teaching point, changes. Expected behavioral objective में लिखेंगे students will be able to recall previous knowledge. Pupil teacher activity में developmentary questions: what will happen if we start stretching a rubber band? Answer है students activity में लिखेंगे its length will increase. Question 2: what will happen if we tear a paper? Answer 2 है it will divide in 2 pieces. Question 3: what is this phenomena called? Answer 3, probable answer. Technique है questioning technique. Next, explanation के लिए expected behavioral objective में लिखेंगे students will gain new knowledge. Explanation: when we give stimulus to a substance, a variation occurs in its properties. It is known as change. Students activity में students will listen carefully and will copy the matter for which they will be instructed. Technique आ जाएगी explanation technique. Next, evaluation के लिए एक क्वेश्चन है give some examples of changes. Answer लिख दीजिए plant grows and changes into tree, then filling air in balloon. All these are changes. Technique है questioning technique. और expected behavioral objectives में लिख देंगे students will be evaluated on gained knowledge. Second teaching point, physical change. Expected behavioral objective: Students will be able to recognize previous knowledge. Developmentary questions, ये हमें pupil teacher activity में लिखना है. Question 1. What will happen if we crush the chalk? Answer. Students activity में लिखेंगे. It will convert to powder. और technique है questioning technique. Question 2. What change we observe during this process? Answer 2. Probable answer. Next, explanation के लिए expected behavioral objective में लिखेंगे. Students will gain new knowledge. Technique है explanation technique. फिर explanation लिखेंगे हम pupil teacher activity में. When physical properties like mass, height, volume, density, etc. of a substance changes, then it is known as physical change. First point, in it the composition remains the same. And second point, it is generally reversible. Students will be evaluated on gained knowledge. Evaluation में लिख देते हैं. Question 1. Give examples of physical change. Answer है filling air in balloon. और technique है questioning technique. Teaching point 3. Heading हमारी वही रहेगी जो पहले हमने डिस्कस किया था. Teaching point 3 chemical change. Expected behavioral objective में लिख देंगे. Students will be able to recall previous knowledge. Developmentary questions. ये लिखना है हमें pupil teacher activity में. What will happen when we burn matchstick? Answer लिखेंगे students activity में. It burns and changes into ash. Technique है questioning technique. Question 2 developmentary questions का. What is this type of change called? Answer लिखेंगे probable answer. Next, explanation के लिए expected behavioral objective में लिखेंगे. Students will be able to gain new knowledge. Pupil teacher activity में लिखेंगे. Explanation. When the chemical composition of a substance changes, then it is known as chemical change. In it, new product is formed. It is generally irreversible. Technique है explanation technique. यहाँ पर हम मिनिएचर बना लेंगे. मिनिएचर मैंने गलती से ब्लैक पे बनाया था, तो वो आपको मिस्टेक नहीं करनी है. तो उसको कुछ ना कुछ कलरफुल बनाइए. तो चेंजेस अराउंड अस और फिजिकल चेंज दिखा दिया. पेपर डिस्टॉन, एक पूरा पेपर और फिर एक फटा हुआ पेपर. और केमिकल चेंज में दिखा दिया बर्निंग ऑफ मैचस्टिक. नेक्स्ट इवैल्यूएशन में स्टूडेंट्स विल बी इवैल्यूएटेड ऑन gained knowledge. Evaluation का question 1. Give examples of chemical change. Answer है formation of curd from milk. Second question. What happens when a candle burns? Answer. The wax melts, which is a physical change, and the gaseous substances burn to produce flame, which is a chemical change. Technique है questioning technique. इसके बाद हम recapitulation लिख देंगे. First question. Name 2 different types of changes. Answer है physical change, chemical change. Second question, what kind of change is mostly reversible? Answer है physical change is mostly reversible. Observation में pupil teacher will observe pupils' activities from time to time and review their performance in the class. Blackboard work में आप लिख दीजिए subject, sub-subject, topic, class और duration. और उसके बाद मैंने इसमें डेफिनेशंस लिख दी हैं फिजिकल चेंज की. मतलब पॉइंट्स कि इट इज़ अ फिजिकल चेंज. इन इट ओनली फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज चेंज. दिस चेंज इज़ जनरली रिवर्सिबल. केमिकल चेंज में इन इट द केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज चेंज एंड इट इज़ जनरली इरिवर्सिबल. होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट टाइप ऑफ चेंज इज कन्वर्जन ऑफ वाटर इन डिफरेंट स्टेट्स? सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. डिफ्रेंशिएट बिटवीन फिजिकल एंड केमिकल चेंज. उसके बाद आपको ये टेबल मिली होगी अपने स्कूल से, अपने कॉलेज से. ऑब्जर्वेशन टेबल जिसमें ब्रॉड एरियाज ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन है और स्पेसिफिक एरिया ऑफ फीडबैक है. उसके बाद फीडबैक के लिए कॉलम्स होंगे. तो ये आप देख लीजिए. अगर आपको नहीं मिला तो आप इसमें से कॉपी कर लीजिए. आई होप आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई होगी. सो प्लीज़ लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब.